He's nasty.
But I'm not not this time. It's Esmeralda. Oh, it's so wonderful. My eyes don't believe me.
Well, what happened?
It's Esmeralda. She's done it again. Only this time it's 18. Last time it was 15. And by Jiminy, that ain't the first time.
By crackety, Esmeralda done it again. 18 times. 18. Oh, the poor child. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
What's everybody moving so fast for, Evas?
Seems kind of like Esmeralda done hit it again, Pa.
Do tell.
Yep.
18, I counted myself. See my oldest? Yes, Esmeralda. Ain't she beautiful?
Where were you headed for?
I was aiming to mosey down and see Esmeralda. What you want, Ethan?
Ain't you gonna give me a lift up?
Can't you see I'm in a hurry? Sure is a heap of pigs all in one lump.
Sure is, Pa.
Why, there must be, let's see, there's one. There's one. That makes, Go on, you count them, Ethan.
I'll start with that one there. 1, 2, 3, 3. Sure is a heap of them, Pa.
Ethan, ain't you learned to count yet?
I ain't never had nothing to count, Pa.
Some pigs.
You ain't kidding.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Just been reading about this Arkansas hog that want to star on Broadway in that big musical, Arizona. You know, Esmeralda.
Oh, sure, Esmeralda. That's some sow, mister. Going to put Pitchfork on the map. And how?
Put Pitchfork on the map. Sure. Everybody will want to see a pig with personality. They can't see her on Broadway, so they'll all go to Pitchfork.
Listen, Willie, the next time you book us into one of these nice houses. Let's get out of here.
Chicago, here we come.
Wait a minute. We ain't going back to Chicago.
Why not? We got 3 weeks layoff, haven't we? Can't we talk about something pleasant? Yeah. What's the mastermind cooking up now? Yeah.
Look, old-timer, you handle the comedy in this turkey, and I'll take care of the business. We're going to Pitchfork, Arkansas.
Where's that? What's in Pitchfork?
Well, what's in Pitchfork ain't hay, Miss Blaine. Here it is, right here. Thousands of people are going to flock to see a famous sow. Imagine a pig with a personality.
A pig with a what?
Is he kidding? Let me see that. Great. So now we're going to have to take second billing to a pig.
To Jimmy Wakely and the Sunshine Girl.
The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You told me once, dear, you really loved me, that nothing else could come between. But now you've left me and love another. You have shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Well, folks, looks like it's time to say goodbye for a while. This is our last broadcast until we get together again next September. It's been very nice being with you. The boys and I want to thank you for inviting us into your home. And speaking of home, folks, that's just where we're going. Until September, we'll be vacationing in my hometown of Pitchfork, Arkansas. And you all know what's happened in Pitchfork. A lady by the name of Esmeralda has made history.
It's an amazing thing, sir.
It's so fantastic, I can hardly believe it.
Here it is. Get to Pitchfork as soon as possible. And I want no superficial report. You're to investigate this pig phenomena thoroughly. We've got to find out just what makes these pigs multiply in such quantities.
Yes, sir.
And remember, gentlemen, you are in no way representing the Slow Packing Company on this job. This is to be, let's say, unofficial business.
We understand, sir.
Good day, gentlemen.
Good day, sir.
Goodbye.
Now, let's see. 18 to 1. Multiply this by 3,280,000.
Well, here we are, kids.
The garden spot of the world.
More like the grease spot to me.
It ain't so bad. Wait till that Ozark sun goes to town on your nightclub tan.
It might even be good for your blood pressure. Oh, what is those? Oh, what's this? Oh, stupid. Oh, gee. Oh, don't you think it'd be safer in a rope ladder?
Who's the character?
One of these obstacle courses.
He must have been a receptionist.
Hiya, friend. Can I talk to Mrs. Alden?
Reckon as you can.
I mean, is she around someplace?
Reckon as she is.
I've heard a bit of dialogue on a murmurous snurd.
Come on, let's go inside.
There I go. Allus a dreaming that I'm a seen purty gal.
Are you Mrs. Alden's husband?
Not yet, I ain't, but I'm aiming to be as soon as I get around to it.
Not if I can still see and smell, you pipe-smoking polecat.
Oh, are you Mrs. Alden?
I reckon that's how I be.
My name's Willie Childs, and these are my girls.
Land sakes, all of them?
Oh, no, you see, I'm their business manager. We're a show troupe.
Oh, well, if it's lodging you're looking for, I reckon I can manage it.
That's fine.
You aiming to take your victuals here, too?
Come again, madam?
The feed bag, you dope.
Oh, yes, we'll eat here.
Aiming to stay in Pitchfork for a spell?
Well, that all depends.
You see, we aim to play your local theater. Well, thanks, I don't see how you can.
What's the matter?
Well, there just ain't no theater.
A pig with a personality. And I do mean you. A local Harpo Mark.
Boys,
Now, you know it won't do no good to chasing Abby. You can't catch her.
We were just having a little exercise.
Well, if it's exercise you're wanting, you take these bags upstairs.
Come on, ladies.
Look, Stoop, the bags with the handles.
Oh, well, come anyway.
Say, this is kind of a slow bird. What can one do here?
One can't do much, but two can have lots of laughs.
You get your carcass off that cherry, Lazy Bonnet, and start fetching some firewood.
Oh, Ma.
Get now before I skin you alive.
I'll go if it's again my will.
Oh.
Oh, Ma. Move this for me, will you?
Get out of here.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Hurt you much?
Why don't you look where you're going, you hillbilly?
Hillbilly? Why, ma'am, I was going that way. Ah, you look much better now, ma'am. Rattle you much?
What do you think?
Well, I think you look real pretty, ma'am.
Well, anyway, you're the first local yokel with any signs of life. Are there any more in Pitchfork like you?
Let me see. Only my 6 brothers.
All boys, I hope.
Yeah. Aim to stay around here long, ma'am?
What, in this burg? There's no future here for people in my business.
What business be ye in, ma'am?
Show business.
Land sakes. Ye be one of them there actresses.
Yes.
I ain't never seen no real live actress before.
Well, Sonny, you're going to get an eyeful. There's 7 more of us.
All girls, I hope.
Yeah, and stop licking your chops.
Hi, Bud.
Bob.
Oh,
how you doing?
More excitement in town.
Has Esmeralda hit the jackpot again?
It's even better than that. There's a turkey in town, girl show. I just talked to one of them. Not bad. A little fresh, but not bad.
Hey, what is this, a gag? What's a show troupe doing in town?
I don't know, but they're here. Hey, wait a minute, fellas. You're in Pitchfork. You know how to act. Oh! Come on, sit down. Get back on the beam. You're supposed to be hillbillies.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Well, this dame mistook me for one of the Esquire boys, and I declared you all in.
Declared us all in?
Sure. Now, wait a minute. Come here. We're going to have a lot of fun out of this.
Mighty pretty girl, Abby.
Yep, reckon she is. She and Ephus aiming to get married real soon.
Tain't another. Abby, don't tell me there's a romance between you and Ephus. Ain't hankering for him, especially.
Well, tell me, Abby, there must be someone you're going to marry.
Oh, reckon so. I'm hankering for a feller down in Moon Creek. His name's Zeke Willow.
Oh, fella can't even read or write his own name.
Maybe so, but Zeke can read one of them there watches, and he can count money. And he's sure big and strong. Ha! A quiz kid with muscles.
Oh, ain't you gonna feed me?
Esmeralda did it again.
They dress for dinner around here.
Set it.
Can't you stop a-giggling for 5 minutes?
It's Bob and the boys.
What are they up to?
Oh, they're fooling them city gals, wearing whiskers and acting like hill folks.
Darn fools.
Oh, them fellas always making jokes.
Now, don't go giving them away by busting out laughing.
Oh, no.
Howdy, ma'am.
Hello.
Have you two met?
Yeah.
Fast work.
Mighty fine victuals.
Oh, yes.
Mighty pretty gals, too. Friends of yourn, ma'am?
Oh, I must be forgetting my manners. Pardon me. Girls, I'd like to have you meet... I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Didn't give it.
It couldn't be Zeke, could it?
Could be, but it ain't.
Ma'am, if my brother Elzebub won't tell you his name is Elzebub, then I'll tell you. His name is Elzebub.
Thanks. What's your name, cutie?
Oh, shucks. Ma'am, if my brother Obadiah won't tell you his name is Obadiah, then I'll tell you. It's Obadiah.
If this ain't the corniest routine I ever heard. Hey, you, flat top, send those potatoes up here. And no cracks. Best potato I ever ate.
Mighty fine victuals. Yep.
You folks feeling the might fur, I reckon.
Say, what do you boys do around your evenings for excitement?
Just a heap of satin. You can mosey on down to the pond if you want and throw rocks at them there bullfrogs.
No, thanks. I'm a terrible shot. Isn't there a movie or a bowling alley or something?
Or a nightclub?
Maybe the folks are reminded to hear some singing.
Oh, do you boys sing?
Yeah, sure, and play instruments, too. Just a hobby, ma'am.
Why, that's very interesting, Elzebub. I bet you're good, too. How about singing for us?
Oh, sure, if you've a mind to ask us.
Well, we're asking. Aren't we, girls?
Yeah.
Well, then we'll be a-fetching our instruments. Come on, fellas.
This is going to be good. I think I'll go upstairs and put on some more Schlemiel number 5.
Listen, if we're smart, we'll get down to that pond and get a load of those frogs.
I'm counting on you to be mine. Please stay around, little darling, 'cause I want your love all the time. We were just meant for each other, and no other love will ever do. So don't turn me down, little darling. My heart is counting on you. Together we'll smile once again, dear. Forget all the blue days we knew.
Elzebub, that was really swell. Have you got another number you can play for us?
I reckon is how we can. Hey, fellas?
Sure.
Going back to the one-way track, I'm headed for Yodel Mountain. When I get there, I won't have a care of sitting by the crystal fountain. I'll yodel all day to the birds and the bees, so there won't be any doubting. I'm way out west for a good long rest, way back on Yodel Mountain. Odel-o-dee-doo, odel-o-dee-dee, idle-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee. Odel-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee. Odel-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee. Idle-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee. Yodel-iddy-iddy-iddy-iddy-iddy-iddy. When I wake up right at the end of the night, we're back on Yodel Mountain. We'll jump right out and catch me a trout and have...
Child sure is a caution.
Yeah, she does everything wonderful. Just like that.
I'm way out west for a good long rest, we're back on Yodel Mountain. Odel-o-dee-dee, odel-o-dee-dee, idle-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee. Odel-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee. Odel-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee. Idle-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee-iddy-iddy, odel-iddy-iddy-iddy, odel-o-dee. Yodel-iddy-iddy-iddy-iddy-iddy-iddy-iddy.
Ollie, who's the dame? Oh, this is my girlfriend.
Repulsive, ain't she?
Yeah, she's beautiful, too. Well, come on, you join the party.
Everybody wants to get into the act.
I want you to tell all these nice ladies and gentlemen, what is your name?
My name is Clunky.
That's right. You see, when she was just a little baby, she fell in the head and went clunk.
I did not. I went clink.
No, that was on the second bounce, remember?
Coyote must have been dropping his head, too.
Sure, and he went squish.
Now, I want you to be one of them little quiz kids.
I want some peanuts.
All right, after a while, I give you peanuts. But first tell me, what is C-A-T?
That's a cat.
Good. D-O-E?
That's a dog.
Oh, that's swell. Now, what is F-A-N? Oh, that's easy. F-A-N?
Oh.
Clunky, what does Mama do when she's hot?
Drinks beer. I want some peanuts.
If you says that again, I give you licking. Now, look, I want you to sing your little song.
I want some...
I said not... Oh, wait a minute. You leave go my finger. Oh, Clunky, leave go the finger. Leave go my... You hear me, Clunky? Oh, Clunky, listen to me. Yes, I never seen such an absolute kid in my life. Here, now, looky here. I want you to be a little lady and sit there.
I want some peanuts.
All right, I give you peanuts. Open your mouth. There. Now sing. Excuse you see, one of them peanuts got stuck in her lummox. Here, now, Clunky, I really want you to sing that song good. No, not now. After a while, I give you more peanuts. You sing.
Had a little dog as thin as a rail. He had a lot of fleas all over his tail. And every time his tail would flap, the fleas on the bottom would jump on top. Oh, dear lady. Oh, lady. Oh, lady. Oh, dear lady. Oh, lady. The lady.
Joint's crawling with talent.
Isn't it amazing what you can pick up in a hick town?
Say, listen, these guys would be great on the radio.
You know, Willie, I was thinking the same thing. Say, Elzebub, we're certainly indebted to you for a very entertaining evening.
Glad you like the songs, ma'am. Music with me is just a hobby.
Well, son, I'd like you about your little hobby.
Not tonight. Talk to him tomorrow. Right now, Elzebub's going to take me out for a breath of air. That is, if he doesn't mind.
Mighty pleased to, ma'am. Pitchfork looks kind of pretty in the moonlight, don't it?
Well, the moonlight does seem to improve it some. Have you always lived in Pitchfork?
Yeah.
Don't you ever think of leaving here?
Not especially, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am. My name's Doris.
Well, we ain't known each other but a mighty brief spell, and I ain't aiming to get too familiar.
You know, Elzebub, anyone with talent can't expect to find much success here in Pitchfork.
Well, Pitchfork's where I belong, I reckon, 'cause I ain't got no talent for nothing except maybe, well, milking cows and such.
But what do you call the way you and your brothers sang and played tonight?
Just a hobby, ma'am.
Let's sit down a minute.
Sure, ma'am.
Oh, Elzebub, were you always bashful and shy like this?
Well, I reckon Elvira don't think so.
Who's Elvira?
Gal.
Really?
And you know something? We kissed once.
You did? Tell me about it.
Well, Elvira and me, we were just a-setting like this. Weren't doing nothing special. Just a-setting when something like the devil must have gotten into her. 'Cause the first thing I knew, she threw her arms around me like this. And then she pulled me tighter and tighter like this. And then before I knowed it, she kissed me like this. Well, right then I'm kind of riled, and I says to Elvira, you hadn't ought to done that. You see, we'd only known each other 12 years, and I'm feeling real peculiar like.
You were?
Uh-huh. But Elvira, she's feeling downright ornery. And I reckon you think I'm a measly polecat for a telling.
Go on. It's very interesting.
Well,
It's nigh on to 9 o'clock, Elzebub. Time to be a-bedding.
Now I've seen everything.
Any special kind of food?
Nary a bit. They just eat whatever we throws them. They ain't fussy.
And is this where your pigs wallow, Mrs. Alden?
Yep, they're wallowing there all the time. Especially my Esmeralda. She just gets out and times eat her victuals, and then she plunks herself right back in there again.
You mean she sort of likes to stay in that mud?
Never seen nothing like it. 16 minutes past 4. Reckon it's time I got my victuals ready for supper.
By golly, she's right.
Amazing people.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know. I got a wild idea. You perhaps think I'm crazy, but...
Go on.
Well, it's about this mud. Could it be possible?
Gentlemen, this is astounding. According to the analysis, this mud contains a potent element which is highly beneficial to pigs.
Yes. It also apparently has a curative mineral content that's equal to hot springs or Baden-Baden.
This opens up an entirely new field for us. Mud baths, a great health resort.
People would flock there by the thousands.
Gentlemen, we're not interested in people. Concern is with pigs.
Think, sir, of the great possibilities of this thing.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. With this mud as our ally, there can be but one result. The Slow Packing Company will corner the pig industry. Now, I want you both to get back to Pitchfork and buy that property.
Yes, sir.
Ma, look what come for us, a telegram.
Telegram, land sake.
Don't like telegrams. Too much trouble to read them.
Oh, but this might be important. See what it says.
Collect.
No, not there. Here.
This is from the State Department. You've had more learning than me. What's it say?
Why, Ma, this is from the State Department of Agriculture. It says here that the commissioner is coming to see you and Esmeralda.
Land sakes, what for?
To give Esmeralda a blue ribbon.
Can't see where a ribbon's going to make Esmeralda look any prettier.
First time in 10 years I've had the Santa Claus eating dress on. That's kind of snug in places, don't it?
You look swell, Mrs. Alden. But if you don't cut down that fried chicken, you're going to keep bulging in the wrong places.
When I was 16, my husband could span my waist.
Gosh, Ma, sure feels snickerty.
Abby, you look just like a glamour girl.
Wonder what Zeke Willard do if he saw me now.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello, Ole.
Hello, Ollie. Say, did you get a ball and bat with that outfit?
Oh, no, this is page 91 in the catalog, item 1468, FOB with COD.
What year?
Well, I think it was 1902.
You know, that's a snazzy suit.
Well, yes, it was made to order.
Made to order?
Yes, I don't know who for, but I got it.
You're the most wonderful-looking man I've ever met.
Oh, you only say that because it's true.
Ole, get out of them fancy clothes and look after Esmeralda.
Oh, but Ma, the commissioner's there.
Yes?
All right, Ma. I'll see you later.
Gosh, Ma, you sure look pretty.
Why, Elzebub, have you been using that catalog, too?
You like it, ma'am?
Oh, it's very becoming, but you've forgotten something.
What, ma'am?
Your Lone Ranger badge.
Anybody dead?
Juniper Jenkins, ain't you getting dressed?
I don't feel naked.
Old polecat? Ain't you hear that the commissioner's coming down here to Pitchfork to give Esmeralda a ribbon?
Ain't coming to give me no ribbon.
Even on you, it wouldn't look good.
Midgets.
That's why we're saying again, friends, this is a great day for Pitchfork, a great day for you, a great day for Esmeralda. How did this wonderful sow give birth to so many pigs? I'll tell you. You see, years ago when pigs come out, they brought out a little race fence, and they didn't have any force. The farmer would always take the Mildred. He would bring out the force, and he'd work through, and he'd say, well, here we have our forces race, and then look. They say, well, are there any cavalry babes? Are there any warblers? No, because they haven't received the mortgages, you see. Well, we didn't care for the forces salvate, but they have proven that Esmeralda has a capital for the forces salvate, and it brings out that and gives you that little capital face for the water face.
See, Ma, that's what a college education will do for a feller.
You're absolutely right, son.
And now, friends, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you your Commissioner of Agriculture.
My friends, this is indeed an historic moment in the annals of our fair state. The eyes of the entire country are centered upon you and Esmeralda. You have done yourselves proud. That is sufficient for me to say. I did not come here to make a speech. Actions speak louder than words. And believe me, friends, Esmeralda has provided plenty of action. And I'm sure you're anxious for the program to continue. So let me say that I have a real treat in store for you. Pitchfork's famous sons, Bob Hamlin and his boys. You've heard them on the radio, and now they're going to entertain you with some of the songs I know you love to hear. Come on, Bob.
Oh, what happened to the beard?
Just a hobby, huh?
So that's Elzebub, huh? A guy takes a girl for a sleigh ride in the middle of July.
I'll be there awaiting.
moon rides high in the western sky, and the sage lark sings once more. They both know well what I aim to tell to the one I'm waiting for. Floating like a vessel, and my cares are really mighty dear. When you hear me whistle, whistling down the lane for you. Whistling, 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 whistling for you.
We're ready to make the presentation now, Mrs. Alden. Where's Esmeralda?
Well, I can't understand why Ole ain't a brung her.
Ma, something terrible has happened. Esmeralda, she's gone.
Ole, are you crazy?
I wish I was, but that ain't the worst of it. All the other sows is gone, too. Even Gwendolyn. What?
This is highly irregular, Mrs. Alden. Highly irregular.
Now, don't you go to worrying. You go and find them sows, Ole.
But, Ma, I even thought if I was a pig where I would go. So I went there and I looked, but I couldn't even find me.
Them sows are rooting someplace. Now, you go find them.
Something's got to be done. You better play another number, son. We're having pig trouble.
Be glad to help, Commissioner. All right, boys. Stay away from my heart.
What do you think of that? Guess Esmeralda's missing. It looks like Esmeralda's gone.
Esmeralda's gone.
I can't find them, Ma.
Oh, them sows must have strayed. I thought you was a-watching them, Ole.
But I was watching them. I swear by Yemeni, I locked them in the pen myself this morning.
Well, something's got to be done, Mrs. Alden. This will be very embarrassing for me.
Oh, Lem, you're a wonderful hog caller. Would you please holler for Esmeralda?
Sure I will.
Oh, Nora, if you can't get Esmeralda back, nobody can. Come on, start a hollering.
I'll try.
Pig-oo-wee! Pig-oo-wee! Pig, pig, piggy, piggy, pig, 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 pig.
She'd ought to come now.
Oh, Mrs. Tompkins, you got a beautiful voice for hogs. Would you please call for Esmeralda?
Sure, Ole. I'll try to get that old sow for you.
Oi! 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 Pig! 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 Oi! Oi! Pig! 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 Oi! 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 Pig! Pig! Pig!
Excuse me, Commissioner. Look, Ma Alden, there's one person who can get Esmeralda back. That's Juniper.
He's right, Ma. Juniper's the best hog caller in the whole state of Arkansas.
Oh, where is that good-for-nothing varmint, anyhow?
He's over here. Juniper, you're the best hog caller in Arkansas, so get Ma Alden's hogs back.
Too tired.
Oh, now listen, Juniper. Think what this means to all of us. Look at poor Ma Alden here.
Been looking at her for a long time. Ain't done no good as far as I can see.
Juniper, what are you talking about?
If you don't know by now, ain't no use to me telling.
Look here, you old buzzard. Get your carcass off that bale of hay and start a-calling for my Esmeralda.
Ain't aiming to do no such a thing.
Oh, come on, Juniper. We've got to get Esmeralda back. You're the only one who can do it.
Reckon as how I am.
Well, what are you waiting on?
Waiting on you, I reckon. Been waiting for about 10 years.
What do you mean, Juniper? Make yourself clear. There isn't much time.
Reckons how I can get them hogs back from Ma Alden? If and she'll marry me.
Not if you brung back every sow in Arkansas.
Then I'll just be arresting.
Look, Ma Alden, this is serious. If we don't get Esmeralda back, you'll be disgraced. The whole town will be disgraced.
You may as well marry him, Ma. He'll be hanging around the house anyhow.
Please, Ma. Poor Esmeralda may be lost somewhere up in the hills.
If you don't marry him, we'll be in a heap of trouble.
Well, I'll be in a heap of trouble if I do. All right, you ornery jackass. Looks like I can't do nothing else. But if you'll get my Esmeralda back, I reckon I just got to marry her.
That there sow's as good as home right now. Pig, 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 pig. Pig, pig.
I know what MC in New York would out-yell any of them.
Brace yourself, folks. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Reckon that'd be my pappy's voice.
Didn't work, Ma. We'll probably never see Esmeralda again.
Well, there's one good thing about it. I won't have to marry that old... Here's Esmeralda!
Here she comes now.
Hey, you did it, Juniper. You're in fine voice. Congratulations.
Better congratulate Ma Alden. She's getting the best of it.
Well, now I guess we can go on with our celebration. Mrs. Alden, will you come forward, please? Mrs. Alden, we're all very proud of you, and of Esmeralda, too.
Yeah.
And on behalf of our fair state, I present to you this token of appreciation. And now, Esmeralda, it gives me great pleasure to bestow upon you this award. Mrs. Alden.
Hello, Doris. Pretty good show, wasn't it?
Not half as good as the show you put on, Elzebub.
I was just having a little fun. I figured you'd be a good sport about it.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Do you, Juniper Jenkins, take Matilda Alden for your lawfully wedded wife?
Yep.
Do you, Matilda Alden, take Juniper Jenkins for your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife. This is it.
There ain't no pig worth it.
Well, kiss the bride, Juniper.
Don't rush me, Judge.
I was just a-thinking. If I marry Abby now, what kinfolk be out to you?
Let me see. Abby'd be my daughter. You'd be my son, my son-in-law, too. Now, that'd make Ma your... No, you'd be her... Well, that ain't it. So near as I can figure, I reckon you'd be your own grandpa.
But, Pa...
Now, wait a minute, son. Let me clear this thing up for you. You see, if you marry Abigail and you want to sail her to Sarah Morgan, you couldn't bring the sooner more straight. Look at you. If you act as Susan Foster strays and find out your rate, the marriage is coming into force. It isn't just a capture or a sentence or a capper submitted so forward. It's a counter even of the salary which is paid it, capper sold.
It's exactly like I said.
My nephews will entertain you. The Milo twins.
In the hills of Arkansas, sitting by his mowing fall, there's Henry Rifle shooting mountaineer. Oh, he loves his mountain feuds, and he also loves good food. When he goes home to supper, you will hear, oh, pass the biscuits, Mirandy. I'm just as hungry as sin. Pass the gravy, Mirandy. I need some sop to sop 'em in. Since 9 o'clock I've been sitting on a rock, shooting everything inside. I shot the boys and a dozen Barton boys, shooting gives a man an appetite. Pass the biscuits, Mirandy. Pass some and kiss me goodbye. Darn those biscuits, Mirandy. I knew they'd get me by and by.
Yeah, it's quite a party, Ma.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Doris, I'm sorry about what happened. How about sort of forgetting it?
It's already forgotten, including you.
If there's any liquor in this, somebody must have walked by and waved a bottle at it.
Esmeralda must have walked through it.
Oh, may I help you, Miss Frank?
Oh, thank you.
You expect to get even a momentary lift from this, you're going to be awfully disappointed.
You're right. Tastes more like hair tonic.
Shall we all adjourn to my room upstairs? I can promise you something a little stronger.
Why not?
Fine. So we go.
Oh, hello. Would you like to pour me a little drink?
Supposing you pour me one.
Oh, excuse me. I make the wrong kind of mistake.
That's all right.
I'm always getting unmixed.
Good drink for the bride and groom, huh?
Who's that?
Well, here's a punch in the purse.
Skull.
Take care of yourself.
No, you take care of yourself. I'm going to be all right. Oh, what's the matter? Something I put in?
Something you left out. What is this stuff?
Oh, that's Swedish punch with a little squirrel whiskey.
Squirrel? Why didn't you try Old Eagle?
Oh, I don't want to fly. I just want to jump around a little bit, that's all.
There you are. Well, shall we drink to the bride and groom?
What, again?
Yeah.
Let's drink to somebody else for a change. To us.
That's good, ain't it?
Oh.
All right, Juniper, remember the bet. You're going to tell us the name of each individual piece of wood by smelling them.
Right. I'm ready to start to smell 'em.
How about this?
That there's pine.
Okay, guess this one.
Let me see now. That's same as the last one. That's pine. Only this is knotty pine. You can't fool Juniper. I know my wood. You better pay me off.
Just a minute, Juniper. There's one more smell. And if you guess that, you win the bet.
That's Pussy Willow.
And now Ma will throw the bridal bouquet.
Come on, gals. Go get it.
So you see, my dear, this wonderful mud will be a boon to this slow packing company. We'll have the finest hogs on the market.
And more of them than anybody else.
But what about Ma Alden? Where does she come in?
Oh, she'll be taken care of. She doesn't know the value of the mud hole. Should be hard to make a deal with her.
But you say this mud has a curative value. Good for people with rheumatism and things like that. It's a shame to waste it all on a lot of hogs.
Perhaps you're right in a way, but you see, Mr. Cashin isn't interested in rheumatism. His whole life is wrapped up in pigs.
I see. A family man.
Yes, family man.
Abby, I've been looking all over for your mother. I want to talk to her. Do you know where she is?
Sure, but you're going to have to holler powerful loud if you want her to hear you.
What do you mean?
Oh, she's gone to Little Rock. She left here a while ago with them two city fellers.
Bob!
Hello, Doris. Looking for a little exercise?
Are you kidding? Bob, I've got to talk to you.
Talk to me.
Yeah, it's about Ma Alden.
Anything wrong with it?
Plenty. Come on.
I think $5,000 is a very fair price, madam.
I reckon it is. But it ain't easy to give up a place you've been living in all your life.
But, madam, you mustn't allow sentiment to interfere with good business.
And think of the beautiful new home you can have with the money we're paying.
And a handsome profit besides.
Well, maybe you folks is right. I reckon I can buy Zeke Muckenfuss's place. It's got awful pretty wallpaper.
I suppose you have the deed to the property with you, madam?
Yes, sir. I have it right here.
If you just sign right here, Mrs. Jenkins. And Jenkins.
I beg your pardon, madam. But isn't your name Alden?
It was up until yesterday.
Now, that's right. You see, she married a character named Jenkins. We were both at the ceremony.
Well, I'm sorry, gentlemen, but you can't do business with Mrs. Jenkins. She doesn't own that land.
What? Doesn't? Of course she does. You do own it, don't you, madam?
I sure do. And it ain't for any city lawyer to tell me I don't.
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Jenkins, but this deed contains an appendage. It says that in case you remarry at any time, the property automatically reverts to your daughter, Abigail. Gentlemen, a girl by the name of Abigail Alden owns that land.
Abigail?
Malden, did you sell the property?
What's the meaning of this, young lady?
Tell me, Malden, did you sell it? Did you?
Well, I reckon I couldn't. The property ain't mine anymore. It belongs to Abby, on account of me marrying that good-for-nothing Juniper.
That's the best thing that ever happened to you. Come on, let's get out of here. We've got lots to talk over.
Thanks for everything. You boys should go on the wagon and say hello to your boss, Porky. I'll take that, Consular.
Well, looks like Mr. Cashin's going to be very happy.
In a pig's eye.
Well, all this is very interesting if what you say is true. However, there'll have to be a thorough investigation, and the matter will be brought to the attention of the legislature.
How long will that take, Governor?
Well, you can never tell about the legislature.
How would it be if my boys and I could arrange our national broadcast from Pitchfork Springs? Would that help, sir?
Immensely. You boys are nationally famous. Why, the attention of the entire nation would be centered on our springs. Yes, I think the legislature would act more quickly then.
That's great. I'll get in touch with my agency and see if we can arrange it.
Do you think you can, Bob?
Why not? We've never had any trouble before and don't expect any now.
Well, that clears everything up for the time being.
Oh, we'll be running along, Governor. I can't tell you how much we appreciate your letting us talk to you.
Good day.
Bye.
Bye, Mrs. Jenkins.
Goodbye, Governor. Got a nice place here.
Thank you.
Mom.
Oh, why don't you get up and help them folks?
Can't. Too tired just to watch them.
Well, we didn't make any money, but we had a lot of laughs.
Yes, everything turned out all right. Thanks to your idea about going to the governor, it looks like Pitchfork's going to be a state-sponsored health resort.
Well, you didn't do so badly either. Getting your agency to let you broadcast from here.
Maybe we're a couple of heroes.
If you can't go right, don't go wrong. Just because your daddy's gone. If you can't go right, don't go wrong. Now when you're feeling blue, please be true. 'Cause Lord, I'm coming back to you. If you can't go right, don't go wrong. Now when you're sad and lonesome and you don't know what to do, remember that I love you and I'm lonely too. Now when a feller wants to date, run right home and shut the gate. If you can't go right, don't go wrong.
now going to hear from our own Abigail Alden. She loves to yodel. Take it, Abby.
I love to yodel, hi-yip-diddly-yaddy-dee, all the songs of romance in the spring. I can serenade my pony, but it won't mean matrimony. He can't buy a golden wedding ring. I love the yodel, hi-yip-diddly-yaddy-dee. No one wants to listen but the cows. So I yodel lullabies as I gaze into their eyes. They seem to like that melody somehow. I love the yodel, hi-yip-diddly-yaddy-dee, and there's a handsome feller that I know. I'd love to do his cooking, and gee, is he good looking, but he's an actor at the movie show.
Next number will be presented by my good friends, the Pied Pipers, who have come down here as a special favor to me. It's a tune called The Hit of the Season and is dedicated to our celebrated Esmeralda.
Thank you.
Here they are.
You're the hit of the season, the season. You're so sweet, you're a treat. You make my heart skip a beat. You're the hit of the season. Say, baby, what a lass when you pass. We all agree you got class. You're the hit of the season. Do, your joy supreme and so extreme. You're either high or low. And for my sake, you give and take. You are a one-man show. You're the hit of the season, just as you are, as you are. You've got swag, royal rank. You're just like gold in the bank. You're the hit of the season. Oh, me, oh, my. You're the number one guy. Let me hold your hand in mine, and I will say that you are divine. You're so divine. You're so sweet. Come hear the beat of my poor heart. Please say we'll never part. We'll never part. You're the hit of the season, the season. You're so sweet, you're a treat. You make my heart skip a beat. You're the hit of the season. Say, baby, what a lass when you pass. We all agree you've got class. You're the hit of the season. Do, your joy supreme and so extreme. You're either high or low. And for my sake, you give. You are a one-man show. You're the hit of the season. Do. You've got swag, royal rank. You're just like gold in the bank. You're the hit of the season. You're the big shot, and the top's right now. You're the hit of the season. You're the hit of the season. You're the hit of the season.
Well, kid, what do you think of Pitchfork now?
Certainly on the map, thanks to those pigs and that mud.
Wait a minute. I contributed something to this.
Not half as much as Esmeralda.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, brings to a close the first broadcast from Pitchfork Springs. And we have a wonderful bit of news for you. We've just received word that the state legislature has voted a magnificent appropriation to make Pitchfork Springs the great new spa of America. We hope to see a lot of you here. And now, good night to you all.
Thank you, Bob Hanlon. Ladies and gentlemen, you're invited to tune in again next week for the Pitchfork Springs broadcast. Same time, same place, same station. This is KDLY signing off and bidding you good night.
Bob, during the broadcast, I received a telegram from the Slow Packing Company. They want to sponsor our program.
What? Oh, that's great. Hey, wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Is it all over?
No. Now grab those benches and get them out of the way. Let's have plenty of room.
Oh, grab your girl and take her for a waltz. She'll be so glad to do this dance. The Pitchfork polka, the music sweet, will keep her company and you'll find romance.
Well, how you like it, Ephus?
Reckon if I had a suit like that, Abby'd marry me instead of that there Zeke Willow.
You don't know how it's done. They can see just how they dance. Just what's a day of fun. We love to do the filling dance. The Pitchfork polka.
Come on, Ole. Let's you and I dance, huh?
Okay, I show the way we do this in Sweden.
Give us room, Ephus.
Program we have, Bob.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. It'll be a hit.
Thank you, Willie.
Hey, Willie, I want to talk to you.
You sure put it over, Bob. It was a great show.
Thank you, Doris. Too bad you can't stick around for a while.
I would like to take one more look at Pitchfork in the moonlight.
Well, does it look any better to you now?
Yeah, somehow it does. Well, why don't you say something?
This hay sure smells sweet.
It's a remarkable observation. Isn't this the kind of a night you were telling me about Elvira? Remember? Elzebub?
Shucks, clean forgot that story now. I can't remember a thing.
Well, maybe I can recall it for you. It seems that you and Elvira were sitting just like we are now.
Yes, that's right.
And then all of a sudden, she threw her arms around you, like this. And then she kissed you, like this. I reckon you think I'm a measly polecat.
Maybe. But I sure loves polecats.